organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Racial tensions are a concern after one comment was written on a university residence hall.
Have you received the senior survey emails? Find out why they're being sent out and what they aim to achieve next.
Summer, summer, summer.
Stay tuned to hear from Melanie Taylor for the weather for your first days without class.
Find out which athletes are earning more than just their diplomas later in sports.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Roberts.
And I'm Kelsey Stanger. In the aftermath of the Marcus Owens incident, campus police are investigating racially offensive drawings written on the whiteboard inside Quadrangle Residence Hall. The drawings had racial slurs that defaced a message about the Black Lives Matter movement. The Quad Residence Hall coordinator, Monica Marcello, later sent out this message. She said, quote, "The person responsible for the act has not yet come forward. Sadly, this bias-related incident counteracts the hard work that has been done to create an inclusive floor environment. It impacts me directly because it impacts the people that live in my community." The drawings have since been removed.
After a woman was charged for attempting to flush her child down a toilet and then leaving the child in a trash can at the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, the Safe Haven law has been reclassified for new parents. Parents in Iowa are legally able to turn over all rights to their newborns to medical facilities without facing consequences, as long as the baby is 14 days old or less. The parent may leave the baby in the care of the hospital staff with no questions asked.
Many graduating seniors have probably seen a lot of emails asking about what they're doing next. But what purpose does this survey serve for the university? Our very own Keaton Fuller finds out more.
With graduation just days away, University of Iowa seniors have a lot on their plates, from wrapping up finals to planning their futures. One thing that the university hopes many graduating seniors factor into their schedules: senior exit surveys.
There are certainly lots of other outputs the university measures on how students are moving through the university, but none of those things tell us what students are experiencing. I know it takes time to answer those, but those have so much potential to influence.
Graduating senior Paige Doyle took a few minutes to complete the survey on her phone.
I've loved my time at Iowa. There's only been a couple times where I haven't, but I feel like just putting dots in isn't really effective for me.
The senior exit survey can provide some basic insight into what students do with their time at Iowa. According to the survey, 60% of students do some kind of internship and 44% do some kind of senior or capstone project. But the survey can also provide some insight into what to do moving forward. The survey may not be immediately useful to seniors saying goodbye to Iowa, but can serve as a last chance to get your voice heard and have a positive impact on future students. Keaton Fuller, Daily Iowan TV.
In a move to combat student starvation, the Iowa Memorial Union is opening a food pantry for UI students. Students will be able to use their university ID to receive food from the on-campus pantry. Leaders of the pantry say they will not hand students their traditional cheap food options such as ramen noodles or chips, but promises a wholesome, nutritious meal. The pantry idea came about after organizers conducted a survey for students and found that 25% of students are food deprived, which leaders say negatively affects the students' grade point average.
Art students are packing their bags as the 2015-2016 school year takes its course. Construction at the new state-of-the-art art building is coming to an end. The new art building will be fully moved in by Friday of next week. The $77 million building will be home to the UI faculty and students who were temporarily displaced after the flood that destroyed the building in 2008. The new building will include 3D design, 14 patios, 5 art galleries, and maximized window access to increase natural light.
Well, Kelsey, the weather certainly has been up and down this week. It seems like it's raining really hard one day and then the next day it's really sunny.
You sure are right. I'm not sure to grab my flip-flops or my rain boots, but hopefully Melanie Taylor can straighten it all out for us in the weather studio.
Thanks, guys. Summer is right around the corner, and I am hoping for warmer weather too. Luckily this weekend looks like it'll be bringing sunny skies. Thursday morning temperatures will be 60 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky. The afternoon will heat up to 66 degrees with a sunny sky. Thursday evening will be partly cloudy with 58-degree temps. Taking a look at the rest of the week, Friday's high is 66 degrees with a 38-degree low and a 40% chance of rain. The weekend will be sunny with Saturday's high at 55 and Sunday's high at 61 degrees. Monday of next week will be mostly cloudy with a high of 61 and low of 47. Tuesday will be similar with a high of 43 degrees. Look forward to sunny skies to start out summer this weekend, Iowa City. Kelsey and Andrew, back to you.
The man blamed for killing 3 people at a Colorado Planned Parenthood clinic, Robert Deere, was declared mentally incompetent early on Wednesday. There were multiple outbursts in court declaring himself a warrior of the babies. This puts the case on hold. He's facing 179 charges, including murder. Deere was admitted to the state psychiatric hospital until August.
Iowa Governor Terry Branstad says he believes Senator Joni Ernst would be a great vice president for Donald Trump. Branstad, who plans to support Trump as the Republican nominee, believes Joni Ernst is, quote, well-respected woman who can work with others people in Congress. While Ernst appreciated his support, she says her focus is on serving Iowans and didn't comment on the possibility of running for vice president.
Although Senator Ernst isn't saying much when it comes to Trump's new vice president, the party's presumptive nominee says he has narrowed his list of potential running mates to about 5 or 6 people. Trump says he will base the decision on the running mate's deep political experience. Trump has not provided the public with a list of names, but has not ruled out Governor Chris Christie, his former rival who dropped out of the race earlier this year. Trump says he does not plan to announce the running mate until the Republican National Convention in July.
More and more children in Iowa are avoiding their vaccinations. More parents in Iowa are choosing not to get their children vaccinated for religious reasons. Parents who wish to seek religious exemptions to vaccinations have increased by 13% in the last year, despite a push by health officials. The Public Health Department says the exemptions will only hurt the children in the long run. Last year, several states passed legislation to remove some of these exemptions due to the measles outbreak. However, Iowa parents do not have to be specific about which religious teachings conflict with vaccines. They just have to say that they do.
Well, Kelsey, with graduation coming up, it certainly is a sad time, especially in the athletic side of things where teams are going to have to try and look to rebuild their seasons.
You sure are right. Let's check in with Holly and Jordan in the sports studio.
Thanks, Kelsey and Andrew. Cannot believe that graduation is this weekend for us and with all the other athletes that are graduating, but there is still some baseball to be played.
Yes, there will be more baseball, and it might determine Iowa's season. With a series win, they could potentially move up to the 8th spot in the conference and earn a bid to the Big Ten tournament.
But they won't be getting there without their head coach, Rick Heller.
As the 20th head coach of Iowa baseball program, Coach Heller is the winningest coach in his first 2 seasons of Iowa history, with a 71-41 record. I sat down with the head coach to chat about his resume and his background. Take a look. We all know the saying, there's no place like home. And it was just 3 years ago that Iowa native Rick Heller was at Indiana State, clicking his blue and white cleats, hoping for the chance to return to his native state and become the head coach of the University of Iowa baseball team. And so began the Heller Ball era. Heller guided his 2015 team to the first regional win for the program since 1972.
Thank goodness, the pieces fell in place for me, and I couldn't be happier that they did. I definitely didn't say, oh, this is a slam dunk, it's going to happen. In fact, it was quite the opposite. I thought it was kind of a long shot, and that, if I got it, great, it would be awesome.
But not only has Coach Heller led the Hawkeyes to success within the baseball diamond, but also focuses on the importance of his athletes being well-rounded people with a be nice, be honest, work hard, make good choices philosophy.
I don't think you can have success at a high level in any sport if you don't walk the walk in all areas. That's the culture that we try to build, and we all try to do the best we can at keeping that culture alive each and every day.
But the Eldon, Iowa native's success did not start as a Hawkeye. Heller has been the head coach of 4 different institutions: University of Iowa, Indiana State, Northern Iowa, and Upper Iowa, leading all 4 schools to NCAA postseason play.
And all those years have really shaped me, and I think I don't take anything for granted here. You know, all the nice things that we have and all the resources that we have, I appreciate everything that we do have.
But Heller remains humble, chalking up the success of the program to who the players are on and off the field.
All the success that we've had in the past is due to kids who were those types of kids who did come in and overachieve. It's a privilege to have a chance to put on a Hawkeye uniform, Hawkeye baseball uniform. There are millions of kids out there that would give anything to have that opportunity.
For the full interview, check out Daily Iowan TV's YouTube page.
And as we said, the Hawkeyes will have the chance to up their record this weekend as they host the Michigan State Spartans here in Iowa City at Dwayne Banks Field.
Turning to some different athletes at Iowa, Amy Ime and Jack Boyle were both named April's Student Athlete of the Month by their peers for not only their performance in their respective sports, but also in the classroom.
Amy Ime completed her tremendous Iowa golf career this past weekend at the NCAA Regionals in Texas, while Jack Boyle finished his gymnastics career at Iowa ranked 4th in the nation on high bar.
Ime will graduate from the university on Saturday with a degree in sports recreation management, while Boyle graduates with a degree in mechanical engineering.
We continue with honors for Iowa athletes as softball announced their Big Ten honorees this afternoon.
And 2 Hawkeye softball players were named on that Big Ten conference list.
Holly Hoffman earned second team All Big Ten, while Sammy Gierman earned All Defensive Team.
This is the first time that both players have earned Big Ten honors.
On Thursday's show, we bring back the head coach of Iowa's football team, Kirk Ferentz, for a little look into the future.
And for my last time on Daily Iowan TV Sports as well as Holly's, let's send it back to the desk.
There's nice and then there's Iowa nice. At least that's what one commentator is saying after a commencement ceremony at the University of Northern Iowa went viral. Senior Carly Johnson was supposed to walk across the stage with 2,000 of her peers to receive her master's degree. Unfortunately, Johnson was on the job hunt in Pennsylvania when she learned her flight was delayed and she missed her commencement.
But administrators and staff decided to wait nearly an hour for her to arrive. They then proceeded to throw her a private commencement. Johnson's story went viral after someone posted a picture of her crossing the stage in an empty arena.
Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, for all the latest news. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Kelsey Stanger.
And I'm Andrew Roberts. Have a good night.